Imagine if you took only $5 a day and you invested it into the stock market. The question would be, what would that look like after 2 years, 3 years, even 4 years? I've always wondered if a small investment would ever amount to anything. So instead of just modeling it, I decided to actually do it. For the last 4 years, since my first stock market trade of 2022, right here it is, I decided to invest $5 a day. And over the last 4 years, I've learned so much. And in this video today, I'm excited to share with you first what I learned, how I invested, and of course, the most exciting part, how my portfolio grew over the last 4 years. So for those of you who want me to get to the point, here's the point. My $5, my little $5 a day for the last 4 years, I now have over $10,000. So there you go. But for those who want the actual details, get ready. It gets exciting. I started getting into this addiction of Starbucks. I've shared this on previous videos, and I stopped for a second. I'm like, wait a minute. Every day I'm spending at least $5 a day on Starbucks. What if instead of doing that, I take that money and invest it, especially for somebody that doesn't have a lot of money, but they know they have to get started with investing. So I decided to do just that. I started with an ETF called VOO. This is Vanguard's ETF that focuses on the S&P 500. Simply put, it's the top 500 companies in America. I didn't want to go out and try to figure out what the next Nvidia was going to be, what the next Tesla. I just wanted to own all of the winners all the time. And that's the beauty of investing in the S&P 500 holistically. What you're looking at right now is my tracker. This is my Excel sheet that I update every single month to see how I'm doing with my $5 a day. So in 2022, this is where I want to start. Now, if you're not familiar with the stock market, 2022 was actually a bad year for the S&P 500 and for stocks in general. It just was a bad year. So in a sense, it was kind of good that I started this in 22. I wasn't planning on anything. I wasn't seeing a crystal ball that told me it was going to be a bad year. I just happened to start when I started, but it actually ended up being a bad year, but that paid off later. But take a look at this. So if I would have done a video in that first year, take a look at my percentage growth. What this means is how much I invested and how much I'm actually getting returned. Look at that. Look at this 1 month right here. Here we are in June of 2022. I was actually down 10.4%, which means I put in a total of $931 of my little $5 a day, and my total value was only worth $834. So losing $97 isn't something to be too excited about, but this is what happens. A lot of people start off with investing, they see this happen, and they think, well, this is a dumb idea. Why don't I just put it in a savings account instead? Because a savings account, that's a sure like 2, 3, 4, 5%, depending on what the year is. I can definitely get a return on that. All in good time. It's about consistency and staying with it. The worst month being in September, where I was down over $195. Put in $1,300 of my $5 a day and only had $1,100 to show for it. This is going to happen. You should always prepare whether you start investing and it's a down year like it was for me, or you start investing, things are looking good, and then it goes down. Because you're going to get used to seeing, oh my gosh, I'm up 10%, 20%, 40%. And then like a stock market dip happens and it could go down like 20%. Are you going to be okay with that reduction, knowing you're in it for the long game? Because the long game over time is going to return you the wealth that you are looking for. This is the first day that the stock market was open back in 2022. I originally did a manual $5 investment every day that the stock market was open. But I had to do that every day manually, go in there. That was the first year. And when the stock market is closed on the weekends, which it is every single weekend, on Mondays, I'd have to go in and say, okay, not only am I going to invest $5, but I got to invest another $10 manually to make up for Saturday and Sunday. So that way it spreads across evenly as $5 a day. So on Mondays, I put a $15 buy order. And then the holidays. The stock market's closed on the holidays. What a mess, right? I had to keep going in. So here's a key lesson I learned. I thought, well, wait a minute. Why don't I just do a little bit of math, really easy math here, and I'm going to take a look at like the total stock market trading days in the year that I'm in, and then divide what $5 a day would look like, and then just put that in as my buy order. So let me show you how that works. First thing you want to do is simply go on Google, or you can go to ChatGPT or whatever you want, and ask how many stock market trading days there are in the year that you're in. So we just entered 2026, so I'm going to look at that, and it tells me that there's 252 active trading days. Now, we know that there's a total of 365 days in a year. So if I take $5 a day times 365 days in a year, as long as it's not a leap year, that equals $1,825. That's my yearly investment that I'm going to be putting in this next year ahead. But I'm going to divide it by the 252 active trading days. That gives me a total of $7.24. So what I'm going to do, instead of having to manually go in every single day, I am going to spread that across and just simply say, set up a recurring investment, and I want you to automatically buy this thing every day that the stock market's open for $7.24. And then that, over that year, will balance out to ultimately $5 a day. So now that we got the recurring investments out of the way, why don't we see how 2025 ended? So every year, as you can see here on the screen, I put in my month-end total shares bought, how much it was, what the average cost is, all that good stuff. Let's get back to the point, because that's what you're here for. And then I'm going to show you my live portfolio, which has indeed changed. So December 2025, my total amount of shares that I bought over the last 4 years is 16.73 shares. Now, that is including not only my $5 a day investment, but any dividends that VOO pays. Now, VOO does pay dividends, which means all those companies are giving the shareholders a form of their profit, basically. And that profit gets passed along to the investors. So VOO packages that up and gives me extra money. In fact, you can see how this works right here. Look at this. On the total invested column, you can see it usually averages right around $150, $160, $130, but then all of a sudden it pops up to $189. I didn't invest anymore. What that entails is a dividend. Instead of taking that money and going and doing something with it, I opted to reinvest that dividend. So that's why it looks like I actually put in more than I did, but technically I didn't. I just reinvested the dividend. So that means I put in all of my $5, all of my dividends, a total of $7,457. That's my hard-earned money from all of my different stuff that I'm doing, my $5 and my dividend. That's my hard-earned money, right? My total, however, how much I have now, as I mentioned at the beginning of the video, $10,557. That means my investment grew an additional $3,100 on top of all this, which is a total of 41.58%. That is beautiful. And if it wasn't for sticking through the hard times of 2022 that I shared at the beginning of the video, this 41% may have never come to be. So I use Robinhood. That's just what I started with back in 2022. And that's what automatically invests for me. So it's up to you. You can use whatever brokerage app you want if you want to start this journey with me. I'll include a link to two below, both Webull and Robinhood, because both of them offer automatic recurring investments. And so if you're interested in doing something like this, go check those out. They also offer you free stocks or free bonuses when you start and deposit your first amount. But it's up to you. I'm not here to sell you on it. It's your call. You're the judge. But here's my live portfolio. We're looking right now, as of the recording of this video, inside my Robinhood portfolio. As I mentioned, here is VOO. It's currently trading for $633. I don't really care because I'm just investing my little mini $5 a day. Let's scroll down and see the details. Here it is. It's changed since what I showed you in December 2025. So far the year's off good. If the year turns out bad, oh well, I'll deal with it. But here's what we have. 16.946 shares. I am so close to owning 17 full shares of VOO. I'm looking very much forward to that. Market value is at $10,724. That means I am up $3,159 or 41.77%. That is my total return. And over the many years ahead, as it goes up, as it goes down, I am going to continue to build up this market value and ideally have it set to be something really great. Now, if you're young, you could start something like this as a means of maybe I want to save up for something, but I'm not super serious about having to save up like immediately for something. Hey, here's something you could do. $10,000. Now I can go and maybe put a down payment on a car or a house or something like that. Or you decide you want to start somewhere with the idea that you're going to pay off debt and eventually scale this up. Because here's the thing, 41% is what really matters here. I'm up 41%. Now, if I had $100,000 invested or $1 million invested, 41% would be even better than what I'm showing you here. This is only 41% of my little $5 a day, which only equates to $3,161. But if we take that 41% on a $1 million portfolio, there we are, 1 million times 41%, I would have over a $410,000 addition to my investment. That's growth. That's powerful, but that's because I invested a lot of money. So the real trick here is if you decide you want to start at $5 a day, how do you eventually scale that up to maybe being $10 a day or $100 a month or $500 a month or whatever that may be. The point is to get started, but then have a plan for what the future looks like. This is only one part of my portfolio, of course, because I'm showing you the power of a small investment. It's all about a mindset shift as you build your Sharpe money. But let me show you a free sheet that I have just for you. This is the Daily Investment Calculator. This is a Google Sheet, and I welcome you to have it. So if you're interested in this, there's a link down below, or you can scan the QR code if you're on a TV or something like that, or you just like scanning QR codes, and get involved here. So first of all, I'm not going to spam you, but I will send you some cool updates on my $5 a day challenge, but this will give you access to this Google Sheet. And you can plug in your own desired amount, especially if you're just starting off. And here's the key that we need to think about. If you want not $10,000, you need to get yourself up to 1.6 million or maybe 2 million or 5 million or whatever you think you need to be financially free, to live in retirement, to do whatever you want to do. That's the power of this daily investment calculator. So let's take a look here. If your current age is 40 years old, and let's say you have a rate of return of 10%. By the way, 10% is the average rate of return on the S&P 500. And actually, if you think about it, my 41% return, divide that by 4 years. That's the whole thing. And this 10% isn't just in 4 years. This is actually the average of the S&P 500 return for the last 100 plus years. So I always like to look at 10%. And what I'm doing is I'm factoring in the dividends as well as offsetting the inflation from that perspective. So 10%, again, you can adjust this in the sheet. If you don't believe 10%, you want to do 7, go ahead and do 7. I don't care. But I'm going to do 10. All you have to do is put in your current age and your desired rate of return in these green boxes. But look at this. If you want to have 1.6 million at retirement, which is indicated by the age of 65, that means you need to have invested $42 a day or $1,292 per month. So you'll see, even though I talk about $5 a day, that's a great way to get started. But at the end of the day, when you want to get financial independence, you need to look at, okay, how do I get to my desired goal? Now, what if you think, I need more than 1.6 million. I want 2 million because I've calculated my expenses that I'm going to need when I don't have a job. And when I calculate those expenses, it says I need to have 2.5 million in retirement. Well, that's where your desired portfolio is kind of a lot of fun. So let's do that. And let's say you're only 30 years old. You're not 40, you're 30. And we're going to assume a 10% rate of return. All the numbers calculate for you. All you need in this case, and this is the beauty of getting started early, look at this, at 30 years old, you have 35 more years until you hit 65, $24 a day will get you to $2.5 million. That's what's up. Or a monthly investment is $732. That's the average car debt in America. So if you can avoid car debt and do this instead, you're on your way. Now, let's say you're like, I don't want to wait till 65. Well, I got your back on that too. The third column addresses that. So let's say you're 30, 10% rate of return. You want your 2.5 million because that's what you want. And you want to retire at the age of 50. You're not waiting till 65. Heck no, you want out at 50. That's okay. What you're going to need, $113 a day or $3,467 a month invested into a good ETF like the S&P 500, like international, like something like that, right? That's the whole point of what's going on. Something that'll give you a 10% rate of return. Get the link, check this out, plug in your own numbers because at the end of the day, this isn't about me, it's about you. And everybody's personal finance story is different. So plug in what you want. Now, lastly, for those of you who followed me along the journey in the past over the last 4 years, please comment below and let me know so I can recognize you. I appreciate you being here from the beginning. But you're also going to remember, wait a minute, you didn't just do VOO, you also invested $5 a day into crypto with Ethereum. And I know there's a great debate there. Like, why did you do Ethereum and not Bitcoin? Whatever. I'm a rebel, okay? Here we are. I'll show you this quick, but then I have a key killer question that I need all of you in the community to comment on this video and let me know what to do next, okay? This is a critical point here, all right? First, the portfolio. Here's the current price of Ethereum, $3,224. It's down from where it was in the 4,000s, back a little bit while ago. Here's what the portfolio looks like. I have 3.32 Ethereum by investing my little $5 every single day, and I can invest it every day. In this case, I don't have to do any math, because the crypto market is open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. So $5 a day got me that. My value there is a beautiful $10,700, which means that I have a total return of $3,432 or 47.13%. Therefore, it's beating the S&P 500. However, this is a roller coaster and makes you want to puke because there are days that this thing is low, that it'll drop to like, oh, I'm only up 10%. And then I'm up like 150%. And then here we are at 47%. It's dropping. It might go to 46. You never know. The point is, Ethereum is a wild ride, right? But this channel, and primarily like 99% of my portfolio, minus what you see here, is in stock, ETF, equities, things like that, right? So my question for you is this, my friends. So here are the three options that I want you to comment on below. And this is only about Ethereum. I'm going to keep VOO going forever. Ethereum, 1, do I keep it going through the rest of 2026? 2, do I stop it and just hold and see what happens? Or 3, do I stop it and go with something else? And if it is something else, let me know what you think it is that I should do. And it can be a stock. It doesn't have to be crypto. Just let me know. As for when I would cash out my VOO, well, if I was just starting off, I would scale it up like we looked at earlier to eventually get to a point where I hit my financial independence number, whether that's 1.6 million, 2.5 million, whatever your case scenario is. For me, it's 2.5 million. So I would continue to scale that up, and that's what it's going to be. Even though I have my scaled up portfolio, which if you want to see that, stay tuned and subscribe because I'm going to share with you my entire portfolio and how I'm progressing to my goal. But in the meantime, I'm just going to let this be a part of that and continue it on until I need to eventually live off my portfolio. That's the beauty of it. You're buying yourself freedom for the future. And that freedom can look pretty awesome if you stay focused and if you stay sharp. I hope you enjoyed this 4-year update. Make sure you subscribe for more. Check out this video next. We'll see you on the next video.